Here comes the Wonderkid. Oh, well, that's a British Eagle with him.
Jonny Storm is the ringside is Mark Haskins, originally scheduled opponent, the British Eagle.
Well, the Eagle was the scheduled opponent for Mark Haskins tonight until the Eagle injured his shoulder or wing. And now Storm is taking his place. But
one more time, your challenger, Jonny Storm!
looks like the British Eagle is going to be in the corner of the challenger for that Cruiserweight title, Jonny Storm. Well, this is an interesting development, to say the least.
And ladies and gentlemen, introducing the champion. He is former British Team Champion and the first reigning and defending British Cruiserweight Champion. He is a member of the Thrillers. He is the Star Attraction
Well, you know what's interesting is that normally when Mark Haskins comes out here, he has an advantage in that he has a manager, Gilligan Gordon, in his corner. Gordon is not here tonight, so the Cruiserweight champion finds himself outnumbered. The British Eagle going to be in the corner of the Wonderkid. I just wonder, without that extra support that he's so used to relying on, can Haskins retain his title here?
Ladies and gentlemen, shut your mouths because your opinions don't matter to me! What you have in front of you is the elite of British wrestling today! You have the current reigning and defending IPW British Cruiserweight Champion. Why? Because I'm the best, and tonight I will prove it in front of all you good-for-nothing pieces of trash! I do not suck, and furthermore, I am not a hobbit!
Well, he's brought that on himself.
What I am is the Storm of the Shore, and I have arrived!
Well, the deafening silence from the crowd suggests that Haskins may be the only one who thinks he's the star attraction of tonight's show, but that notwithstanding, he is the Cruiserweight champion for the next few minutes at least. In fact, Haskins has been the Cruiserweight champion almost non-stop since December last year, 10 months. The only 7-day period when he wasn't champion was when the British Eagle briefly won that belt from him in April. Haskins and the Eagle having a real competitive rivalry this year. It's a shame we can't see more of that tonight, but the match we have instead is a real mouth-watering prospect as well. The Storm is, as I said earlier, one of the perennial IPW stars, was in it since the beginning. Main evented the first ever IPW show, but Storm has never held a major IPW UK championship, despite everything else he's achieved in his career, so you could argue this would be the highlight of his IPW career if he could beat the star attraction Mark Haskins in the first of 2 main events tonight at Make or Break. The bell has rung and this championship match is underway. High up in Storm. Storm trying to send Haskins into the corner. Reverse and Haskins. Yeah, the thing there, Haskins didn't even do any damage by not doing the clean break, but he's just trying to say that he's going to do anything he needs to do to win this match and retain his title. It's all the more important to Haskins having dropped those tag team championships, the British tag team titles, to the leaders in May and failed in perhaps his last chance to win those titles back alongside Joel Redman as part of the Thrillers when they lost that tables, ladders and chairs match in the main event of IPW's 5th anniversary show. The Thrillers started this year with all the gold in IPW. The Cruiserweight title is the last thing they have left. If they lose it here tonight, the Thrillers' reign of terror in IPW UK, I guess, is officially over. Wonderkid was asking the referee to watch Haskins on the break. Storm. He's just a little bit faster than Haskins can deal with. Rolled him up for 2. Nearly a new champion early. We could have one here, and Haskins kicks out again. Haskins now, he's going for the cover. He's got 2 and only 2. Haskins charges. Storm, like a matador, steps out of the way. Champion back in. Storm hasn't seen him, now he sees him. And Haskins to the outside for the second time in less than half a minute. Goes to the baseball slide, Haskins moves, and Haskins, this time he hits the mark, hitting Storm hard in the gut. What's he trying for here? Looks like he's going to try and smash him into the ring post, and Storm countered. Haskins is trying to maintain that cocky facade. But in all of the Thrillers' faces in recent weeks, I've noticed a hint of panic since their plan has gone so obviously awry with regard to the tag team titles. And the Eagle getting involved now. Haskins was trying to cheat British Eagle, making sure he didn't manage it. Eagle needs to make sure he keeps out of the action, doesn't want to do any more damage to that already injured shoulder. Oh, Storm's nailed Haskins, and Haskins has landed in a very awkward position here. Storm is calling for that trademark 619, made famous by Rey Mysterio. Will he hit it? Storm off the ropes, and Haskins had that scouted, it looks like, but Storm is still on the apron. Challenges Haskins to come for him. And Haskins, clever move by the Cruiserweight champion, takes out the legs of Storm. This is everything we thought it would be, a very competitive match. You know, it proves that Haskins is able to compete on his own. He doesn't need Gilligan Gordon here. Well, and Haskins is putting his hands on the British Eagle, that was uncalled for. I wonder if a partner Haskins, having already lost his Cruiserweight title to the Eagle once this year, maybe Haskins is partly thinking that the Eagle could beat him again. Maybe he does want to re-injure him. Be well advised to keep his focus on Jonny Storm. You underestimate the Wonderkid at your peril, that's for sure. Haskins drops the knee over the face of Storm. Will he retain? And Storm kicked out. Haskins continuing to take the fight to the challenger, and this is where perhaps the fatigue sets in. Storm, remember, has already wrestled once tonight. A narrow victory, seized from the jaws of defeat against Terry Frazier. This is the time, more than any other part of the evening, where Storm really does need the crowd support. He's got to find that extra bit of energy, but Haskins may have knocked it out of him. He may have knocked it out of him, and Storm kicked out once more. Storm is struggling, but he is refusing to let the dream die of becoming the Cruiserweight champion. It is make or break time for Jonny Storm right now in Swanley. Haskins, look at that disrespect, spinning in the direction of the British Eagle, who's now on the apron. Understandably incensed, but he's doing Storm no favours. Eagle, get down! Get down! Haskins was choking Storm. Haskins senses victory. What an impressive win it would be to beat a legend like the Wonderkid. Well, he went for the pin again, just two, and a look of utter disdain, utter disgust on the face of Haskins. Perhaps a little frustration creeping in, but he hasn't been able to put Storm away yet. Haskins goes for a cover, but that's a sloppy cover. Two again. And again, trying to force those shoulders down for the 3 count. Storm rolls through, victory roll! Can Storm win it? Oh, I thought Storm had won the championship there. Storm, backslide. Haskins shoulders it down. New champion, no. Dear God, where is Storm getting this energy from? Haskins knows all too well. Look at the anger in Haskins' face. He knows he'd almost lost the title on 2 occasions there. Storm up high. 6th round, arm drag. Storm. He charged at Haskins. Haskins booted him in the face. And a drop kick from Haskins turned Storm inside out. Will that be the final nail in the coffin for Jonny Storm after a valiant effort? Well, Storm didn't kick out, but he had the wherewithal to get his foot on the bottom rope, causing the break. Haskins, his temperament could be his worst enemy here. He's got this under control. He's getting annoyed, he's allowing himself to get irritated, and that's where mistakes could be made. Storm is trying with all he has to fight back into this. Haskins, with that leg lock applied, really twisting the knee to do some real damage to the cartilage here. Haskins cinching back, wrenching that knee almost out of its socket. Almost a variation on a figure 4 leg lock. Haskins using his spare foot to push that knee of Jonny Storm away, adding more pressure to the legs. Haskins is using the rope. Referee, Haskins is using the rope, and he didn't see it. Well, why do you think the rope is shaking, referee? Ridiculous. Haskins again. That middle rope, he's trying to grab the top rope for even more of a leverage advantage. I'm starting to understand why people boo Chris Hatch. Oh, now he sees him. Yeah, well, the damage is done, referee. Haskins, Eagle distracted him, and Haskins got caught and nearly lost the belt. Clothesline by Haskins. Stopped Storm dead in his tracks. May have taken his head off with that clothesline, and still just relying on guts and instinct alone. The Wonderkid is hanging on in this one, but barely, and I mean barely, as Haskins goes high, the Cruiserweight champion, about to end this one perhaps. Oh, Haskins, he thinks it's over. The crowd here disagreeing. Oh wait, Storm grabbed him. Storm's got him. Storm grabbed him by the legs. Storm, Haskins into the... Oh, Haskins, I think he hit his face in the ring post. Clothesline by Storm. Storm is coming back. And it's plausible comeback from Jonny Storm, but he... My God, Storm, I think he's going to do it. Haskins has given Storm everything he has, and still Storm is coming back. Haskins into the corner. I'm not sure Haskins can quite believe that Storm is still fighting here. Kick to the face, Haskins goes for it. Storm grabs the leg. Asking the crowd what to do. The Wonderworld! Wait, oh no, Haskins kicked out. Like a Michinoku driver, almost a Wonderworld. Storm's finisher. One of a couple of moves, in fact, that Storm likes to use to finish off his opponent. This is another one. We saw it earlier, the springboard moonsault. Haskins move. Storm lands on his feet. Haskins rolls up. He's got the tights. And, well, it's only two. Thank goodness for that. Haskins almost stole one here. Haskins will go for the ropes again. Oh, a drop toe hold by Storm. Storm is... I don't know if he knows how Haskins has landed. If Storm sees how Haskins has landed, he could be the new Cruiserweight champion. Storm is going to the ropes. Swings round. A 619. This time he hits it. Make the pin, Johnny. Pin him and you're the champion. Storm, cover, surely. This time. Oh no. Good God, it was close, but Haskins kicked out once more. Storm is... Well, he thinks he may have finished it. He's got that W sign up. He's maybe going for the Wonderworld this time. Haskins escapes. Elbows. Storm tries for it again. He knows if he hits it, he's the champion. Haskins sends it to the ropes. Goes to the skin cutter. Storm. Oh, Haskins nips up. And Haskins with the skin cutter. Skin cutter from Haskins. Cover. No. Haskins has won it.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner, and still the Cruiserweight champion, Star Attraction Mark Haskins.
Taking into account that Gilligan Gordon wasn't here, that Mark Haskins didn't actually cheat to win this, you have to mark this up as one of the career highlights in the young career of the Cruiserweight champion Mark Haskins. He has just beaten the Wonderkid Jonny Storm. You know, if there was any doubt that beneath the cheating, beneath all the shortcuts that Haskins can get it done in the ring, I hate to say it, he's not one of my favourite people on the planet, to put it mildly, but a remarkable win after an incredible match with an IPW legend, Jonny Storm.
Show your appreciation for the Wonderkid Jonny Storm. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, the British Eagle and the Wonderkid Jonny Storm.
Well, Storm will be back to fight another day.